Hey, YouTube, let's do this.
Well, they say I should approach you with caution, but not to let you be aware of my fear. Never know what you'll find. Don't understand your kind round here. Watching your moves, they look so radical. Hearing your words, they sound fanatical. Something inside reveals you're magical. Oh, how can I get enough? You're a strange animal, that's what I know. But you're a strange animal, I've got to follow. They've been trying to stick a line in your system, analyzing the defenses you hold, trying to open wide, hoping to step inside your soul. But everything here is unfamiliar. Nothing they've seen remotely similar. How can it be you're so peculiar? Oh, how can I get enough? You're a strange animal, that's what I know. But you're a strange animal, I've got to follow. Whoa, I've got to follow. I've got to follow.
And hey, everybody, welcome to Squash Talk. I'm Pat. How's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Actually, true story. Thought I'd jump on, do a quick show, kind of spur of the moment, to talk about AI and Bigfoot because it's been a topic lately, and yeah, I'm putting you all to the test to see if this is an AI created Squatch Talk episode. See if you can tell the difference between me and AI. Um, are we there yet? Is that what we're dealing with? Is this technology exponentially getting better? I think it is. I think there's a certain element of the AI technology that is exponentially getting better, and there's other elements that are not. So it's is it the big bad thing to be afraid of? But that's a big general discussion about AI. I want to talk about how it relates to Bigfoot, um, and I'm going to kind of stump that purposefully in a 2 or 3 minute little rant, and then I'll back off and just engage with you guys and talk about more in depth about AI. I have a couple examples to pull up. Maybe you saw the thumbnail. Maybe that grabbed your attention. Um, so we'll see. But again, what's up? Thanks for being here, guys. What's up, 3PO? Glad you're here as always. Graz is here. Raptor's here, man. What's up? So yeah, let's get into that discussion. I have a lot to say. Again, this has been coming up in different places. And I think it's there's a deeper, more important discussion to have about sort of where we're at and what's coming. And I'm going to start having that discussion here in a minute. There's some other things going on. As far as the, as far as the show goes, man, I'm trying to pull things together, man. I've got some great guests on the hook. So hopefully that's coming. Hopefully I can have the discipline to stay on top of that and have these guests on important people, like professionals and interesting people that are, relative to sort of what's going on again in some of the other discussions happening in the Bigfoot topic. If you just real quick, I'll tease this and then we could touch on it later. If you've been following the whole Bigfoot head controversy, if you will, between with dealing with Thinker Thunker and his mishandling, well, just completely getting it wrong with the whole Bigfoot head. If you're following that, man, I found the guy that has the head. So I talked to him. I asked him to be on the show. He agreed. It's just a timing issue there. And I'm hoping that I can get him on the show to talk about the Bigfoot head and actually get him to hold it up on camera and all that stuff. Before it becomes irrelevant because the cycles are very quick, man. So within the next week, it might be as far as next week before I could get him on the show to talk about that or interview him. So it may be a pre-recorded interview that I'll incorporate maybe into a live show. and have a panel discussion, whatever. That's kind of where I'm at with that. He's interested in doing it. He thinks I think he finds it fascinating that this antique shop Bigfoot head novelty thing is it has legs again. Um, was that a pun? I don't. Was that a pun? Was that a play on words? I don't know. Yeah, he finds it kind of fascinating. Uh, so yeah, that's coming down the pipe. So let me put this smoke out and kind of start thinking about the AI discussion. All right. So 3, 2, 1. All right. So AI is here and it is producing some interesting results and at times very compelling things. So, how does AI relate to Bigfoot as far as what are we going to see coming? And I say for sure we are going to see a wave of AI generated stuff coming down the pipe as hoaxes. Like people are definitely going to dive into AI and start using it to try and come up with something more compelling to throw at the Bigfoot world as as a complete hoax. And so we're going to see that. It's going to start cutting into the blob squatch stuff. So the blob squatch stuff is going to start going away, and the AI hoaxes are coming. So I agree with that 100%. There's a consensus forming that AI is going to change what we see in the Bigfoot community online 100%. We're going to start seeing these AI hoaxes. Now, at the end, how much scrutiny do they hold up to? We don't know yet. So far, not much. Okay. But things could change rapidly. So that is definitely a thing that's going to start happening. And a lot of people are going to fall for AI hoaxes. 100% across the board. We're going to see an influx. But I say to that, it's like, how many fires do you want to put out? You know, because with the ease of AI and how easy it is to use and how affordable it is, even if you want to pay money to generate AI images, like how many fires do you want to put out? You know, um, it's going to be so many that it's not going to be worth trying to put out every fire. So if a big YouTube influencer throws something out there that's clearly AI, then it'll get picked apart by the appropriate people. And I don't think it'll be too difficult to make the case that it's AI. Again, things are moving rapidly. So there is an exponential growth in tech here. So everything I'm saying right now could be outdated in 3 months or 3 years, or 30 years. We'll see. But is it something to worry about? Not really, other than the influx, other than the junk stuff that you're going to start seeing. Um, I think the bigger discussion is it going to impact any potential real evidence? And that's kind of the conversations that have been happening in my circles lately. Will it impact real evidence? Does it mean that you could hang out and play poker with a Bigfoot for real, film the whole thing, and bam, it's not real because AI could have generated? And I say to that, absolutely not. That's not where we're at. So there's two important factors about AI currently, even as good as it is, that I don't think are going to change anytime soon. And the first one is this metadata. So that's a SD card. This is a SD card. And if you use a device, an optical device, camera, to capture a clear pictures, or video of a Bigfoot, what is proprietarily captured on this SD card that goes in there um, is a clear chain of evidence that what the camera saw is what the camera saw. There's no AI, Photoshop. I mean, we've had Photoshop around for a long time. There's already been ways for people to manipulate uh, what people end up seeing, but the metadata does not lie. It does not lie, and it can't be faked. It can't. I've looked into this. I'll look into it more. If I have to get a professional to, come on the show and talk to me about, you know, computer science and freaking metadata, I'll do that. But you cannot fake metadata. So at the end of the day, metadata is always a chain of evidence line to, did the camera actually capture this? And that answer will always be there. So AI will never play a role, or at least not now or anytime in the near future, ever play a role in somebody who actually films a Bigfoot, and it's extremely compelling, and they have the metadata to prove it. A, a AI cannot interfere in that process. It can never become well, AI created it, because that's not how things work. So it's not how things work. And dude, okay, Jeff, I will let you on the show and make your case, but right now, just kind of let me finish where I'm going with this. Sorry, not being rude to you, Jeff. So metadata proves what's happening. Now, the other thing is this, is that AI, the way it works is that it falls back on what it knows, what's on the internet, real pictures, things like that. And I'm going to show some examples of that, just not right now. But AI falls back on real things. It uses things that we put into the internet that are real. And let's face it, there's not a lot of Bigfoot in that, right? So the PG film is the best we have. That's the best visual evidence ever recorded of a potential Bigfoot, right? Everything else doesn't even come close. So we don't have real pictures of Bigfoot. So AI has nothing to fall back on other than mostly fiction. So whatever input has been from fictional drawings or artist interpretations, film, movie, television, how we've projected Bigfoot in fictional ways is the only thing that AI even has to fall back on. That being said, there are some interesting AI pictures coming out, but AI has nothing real to fall back on to spit you out an image of a Bigfoot. And so that's a huge factor. Now, the other factor is this, is that currently, and again, this could change 3 months from now, but I doubt it because it's so exponentially harder. Currently, AI has almost zero capability of producing a video of anything. Like even a simple video of a human being pouring a glass of wine. It can't really do that well. Now, again, that could change in 3 months. Like, so I'm not trying to lock myself into, an opinion of a time frame. But currently it can't do that. Like, so it certainly can't, create, 30 pictures per second of a human being or, again, a Bigfoot, falling back to the whole Bigfoot thing where it really has no reference other than most of the fictional stuff that, pop culture interpretations of Bigfoot. Um, so currently AI is not good at video. Anything that involves 30 frames per second, it just can't handle that. Again, that's current, but we'll get into that. So those are the major differences when it comes to Bigfoot is that metadata will always show the chain of evidence for the foreseeable future. Um, Certainly the way it is right now, and I'll argue that to the death. It's cool. Jeff disagrees with me. That's fine. I think I know what I'm talking about here. Um, you're gonna have to show me some proof, and I'll let you on the show, and we can have that discussion. That's all fine. But metadata and the fact that AI is not currently good at any kind of video, um, you know, artificial creation of video. Um, so other than the fact that yes, we are going to see an influx of hoaxing with pictures, still pictures, we're definitely going to see that. And how much of that, how much of that is worth dealing with? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll all find out together because it's coming. It's not even quite here yet. It's coming. There's going to be a wave probably by this summer. So yeah, I say right now AI isn't anything to be overly concerned about other than the flood of hoaxing. And you can always just brush it off and say, well, whatever, dude. If people want to buy into that, then cool. you know might have to take a couple of steps back in how you deal with hoaxing. you know so all right, that's it. That's all I got on a rant. So now I can have a real discussion. um just give me 2 seconds here, guys. AI be very afraid. Are you being sarcastic, Graz? Or, I mean, do you think there are some real fears there? Like, what do you got? Or maybe opine a little further. I guess it's this. Um, Opine a little further, my friend. Mm, blah blah blah. Edit. There we. Mm. uh, all they have is AI head. They don't have a body. So how's that gonna intertwine with a Bigfoot? I don't know. I don't know if you're like being funny. So like here, I'll pull this up real quick, or try to. It might take me a second. So this was the thumbnail that I had. Oh, I guess I actually have to pull it up. Okay. Sorry, guys. It's been a minute since I've done any of this. Come on, man. It's right here. There it is. Whoa. No, that's good. Uh, sorry. Really should have this better prepared. So this is the AI I use for the thumbnail. Spoiler, it's AI. Present. Share screen. Window there. Right. So that's what I used, for the thumbnail. And I got this, I got this off of like Coalition for Critical Thinking. Somebody had posted that they were playing around with AI and said they typed in, Bigfoot caught on a trail cam, and this is what AI spit out. And again, at a glance, it's like, again, like I put it, that's the reason why I put it in the thumbnail. At a glance, like it's like, what the hell am I looking at? Give it a little bit of scrutiny. You could tell that, if you're looking at this on your computer or even maybe a smartphone, like you could tell the background is kind of artistic looking. It's not real. But this is pretty damn good. Like, that's pretty good. Pretty damn good. So, I mean, these are the kinds of things, stuff like this is what's coming down the pipe. Again, like if it's going to be close up like this, it's going to have to hold up to some scrutiny, and that's easier than you think. So to kind of get into the mindset of AI is going to fool professionals is like saying that Marvel Avenger movies will fool professionals. Like, no, they won't. you know. Um, you know, you think professionals are going to be, fooled by, like, we've had special effects around for a long time. They cost a lot of money. Now this whole AI thing is where, you and I can do it. You and I can do amazing things, but special effects have been around for a long time. So, Marvel could make this thing move around and look real. Like I say Marvel, I'm not talking about Marvel and like Lucasfilms, like, Pixar, things like that. Those companies. I just meant, like Marvel movies where those companies are, using those effects. So I have another one. I have like, is this real? Like, let's pull it up. So I decided to throw out a test and say, is this real? Like, you tell me. You tell me. Because I know the answer. And should be quite obvious. It's an eagle catching a fish. Is that real? Or is that AI? So where are we? Where are we with AI? You know? Cool. Pete, come on, man. Is Pete real or is he AI? Yeah, man. Good job, chat. That is AI, but to me, I mean, that's a pretty amazing AI picture. Again, like even just to the scrutiny of chat, they chat's able to go, people, people watching live right now. Like if I had to pick one, I'd say it's AI. Maybe I kind of primed you guys for that. I was trying not to, but yeah, I mean that's AI. But you know what? You print that out, and you put it up on a wall 10 feet from a person, like they're gonna think that's a real picture. So I think that's a pretty damn good AI picture. It's way better than what AI was doing like a year ago. So you can kind of follow the progression of AI and how exponentially better it's gotten, to produce realistic looking pictures. Um, so yeah, um, you know, we'll see. Like I said, I mean, things could change. Like it's gotten so much exponentially better, like even recently. That I mean, some people are already kind of blown away, thinking, "Oh, I didn't think it was gonna get this much better, this faster." Like in a few months. But yeah, I mean, right now, like again, two things going against it. Like AI doesn't have much to pull from as far as Bigfoot goes. Most of the stuff that AI pulls from is actually fiction or interpretation. People's ideas and interpretations. A lot of like actual art created by human beings. What does Bigfoot look like? Because we don't have fucking Bigfoot pictures. We don't, right? We have tons of pictures of eagles, and that's what AI spit out as a picture of an eagle. And even the live viewers right now were unanimous in going, if I had to pick one, I'd say it's AI, or they were confident. So we have tons of pictures of bald eagles. You can tell it's an AI picture of a bald eagle. I don't see how the world is gonna, be fooled into thinking a Bigfoot picture is real. I mean, hell, man, let's go back to Todd Standing. Like, Todd Standing's pictures are compelling to a lot of people, you know, but we've pretty much been able to form a consensus that it's a hoax. I don't like that's cool, man. Like, dude, come in here and talk to me about it because I'm not backing off the metadata thing. I know what I'm talking about with metadata, and uh, it's as good as film. Can AI corrupt film? No, it cannot corrupt metadata either. So So I will 100,000% stand by that what you see right here, this SD card, which is which captures proprietary information. Nikon model whatever 270.25, um, located here on this date. I mean, it absolutely captures the reality of what the camera saw, and and you know AI plays no role in that. So at the end of the day, again, if I walk up to a Bigfoot and share a cup of coffee with it, and I capture it all on fucking camera, um, I could prove that actually happened with the metadata. And there's no like there's no, oh, but that could just be AI. Like that currently that doesn't exist. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. So yeah, like mm, so that's where I'm at with the metadata thing. And the AI thing, again, I just don't think other than the annoyance that it is gonna be, man, with people posting, and it's already starting to happen, but like people are using AI for thumbnails. Um Somebody tried to pass off a trail cam, like, say there was trail cam footage of 4 Bigfoot. Like, to me, like, that was clearly AI generated. Um, so things like that, it's starting to happen. And well, please do, Jeff, because I'm completely unaware of faking how data is analyzing data. Again, you might as well be trying to tell me that film can be manipulated through AI. Like the actual film from a camera you hold in your hand, somehow AI can like mess with that. Like, to me, it's the same thing. Um, I know how metadata works. Again, it's proprietary. It's attached to the device you're using. So if I have an Olympic camera in my hand, digital camera with a SD card in it, the metadata goes from the camera into the SD card, and AI can never infiltrate that. Um, I'm not going to say the CIA maybe can't manipulate metadata, but I feel 100% comfortable of taking. If I film a Bigfoot for 45 minutes, Jeff, if you want to say, well, that could be fake because Jeff Harding thinks it could be AI created, I have no problem taking that to actual computer science professionals. And if they authenticate it as 100% real because the metadata is real, then it doesn't matter what Jeff thinks. Like, move on to the next step of taking it to the, scientists. Like, bam, I captured amazing visual, or whoever, not me, not Pat Turner, just whoever captured amazing visual observation of a Bigfoot. You know, hey, is this what the camera saw? It could easily be proven, yep, that's what the camera saw. And for now, that's what I'll stick to until it's proven or shown that there's like a giant gaping hole there, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at. We can have that discussion. I would have loved to have had that discussion last night, but you guys didn't really talk about AI that much, so. But I'm not afraid to talk about it here with anybody. And thanks for being here, guys. I'm actually going to go ahead and start wrapping it up. Yeah, so I already touched on the Bigfoot head thing. Again, I'm in contact with the guy that owns the Bigfoot head, the Thinker Thunker antique store Bigfoot head. That blah blah blah. If you've been following that, if not, check it out. Oh, link into the description. Go check out my guys at CARC Universal. I did link it in the description. Go check them out. They're This Week in Bigfoot. They're killing it. It's great. It's a great thing. It's sort of a new, like a well put together, news report about This Week in Bigfoot. And so it changes every week, obviously, just like everything in the Bigfoot world does. Like there's always changes, and those guys are on top of it. They're dealing with it. They're doing a great job. Go check them out. Link in the description. I know, like, I've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately that aren't like well versed in the Bigfoot community. They're sort of outside looking in people, and that's great. I definitely check them out. Link in the description below. And yeah, that's about all I got for tonight. Thanks for being here. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And yeah, man, hopefully next time or next show I'm able to do, I'll have a guest. And we will we'll just throw some more stuff out there, see what sticks. Thanks for watching, guys and gals. See ya.